Okay, so this is Empire Wars. It's Villese here in red as the Poles. Yo playing as the Turks over here in blue. And this is Morass. So the map, you basically start your TC on a little hill here. And then you have kind of standard res around it. You have your gold, your stone, plenty of wood. Excuse me. And you have berries as well. But in the middle, there is this wood line. And around the wood line, there are small pockets of shorefish, which are really efficient eco, right? Because you want to go for the shorefish before you go for farms, before you go for your berries. Like the most efficient way to take food, which makes it really valuable, but it's also very vulnerable here because it's the part of the map that's closer to your opponent. So we see both players going for this. And yeah, two interesting civs here to go for. I wonder if we're going to see some interesting new metas emerge on these maps, which are going to be in Red Bull Wallow. And Villese with Omega fishing eco here. And it's just going to be scouts for him to defend. So yeah. Poles benefiting from their fall works by dropping farms around them. They get 10% of the food immediately when they drop the farm, which is kind of big. But yeah, they're not going to be super efficient here. So maybe fall works are actually working against you in this situation. They do have more surface area, so you can like get them in better positions to drop off fish from, but you're not able to drop farms around them as efficiently as you would like on this map. But let's see. So Yo immediately forced into a tower on his food eco here. Maybe didn't need to do this, did he? No, Villese is here with some spears and scouts. So yeah, Mr. Yo I think justified in getting this tower up. We'll keep all of this safe and send his villagers back to work. And Yo able to defend here a bit. So I think Poles are a much stronger civilization here. But usually it's Yo playing as the Poles and absolutely dominating people. Here it's Villese, and yeah, people say the Poles are kind of broken in a way because they're able to spam Knights, spam Cavalier later on in the game, which can just end the game so easily. And then their unique unit, the what's it called? I was about to say, oh, Obu. It is the Obu. The Obu is like a really natural counter to spears and pikes, which will obviously counter the Cav. So they really have a nice built-in counter to their strongest plays counter. So really nice, a bit like the Franks in that way, with the throwing axemen supporting their cavalry. So yeah, and maybe a bit like the Shakram thrower supporting the cav of the Gurjara. So yeah, and they have a fantastic eco, the Poles, as we see another full work here on the fish. And yeah, Villese are gonna have massive food eco here. The Turks, yeah, are a strange civilization. They're getting the free the free scout line upgrades, and they're getting extra pierce armor. Obviously, they're very strong with what's the word? Gunpowder units, all that stuff. And yeah, they have a very strong unique unit as well. But I think the Poles are going to be stronger here. But Mr. Yo arguably stronger than Villese at the moment, but two of the very best guys here. So this is great. This is really cool that we found this game. I wasn't expecting it. There was no one online until a minute ago. We saw Viper playing against a 1k elo player. So yeah, a pleasant surprise that Villese and Yo are online. So it's scouts from both players. Wow, controversial. How's it going, Pooh Bear? Hope you're doing well. As Mr. Yo tried to quick wall here, but the scouts are hanging around. Mr. Yo can hop back out and get the walls up. How you doing, Pooh Bear? Okay. Yo gonna get this nice wall up, and yeah, it doesn't look like Villese will be able to get too much more damage. I think both players committed kind of evenly into military in feudal age, so they're both going up at roughly the same time. And let's see what they go for. Behind this, Mr. Yo getting gold and stone mining. It works again. Yeah, I just needed to log in. That was the problem. I just need to log in every time. Here comes Villese with a tower. Yeah, it needs to maybe have that tower attacking something else. There's not enough range. Doesn't have fletching on this tower, so it's not really denying anything yet. But he will be denying this food eco, right? But the villagers, I think, can batter this down. Yeah, the villagers will be able to come in and batter this tower down. For Poles, it feels a bit easier to go for towers because you get gold as you mine stone. So you can mine stone, it gets you enough gold to go up to Castle Age, and also you can drop towers behind that as well. Nice little house here from Villese. He's wide open back here. But Mr. Yo not going to try and run in anyway. So very good play by both players. So far, even villager counts. Idle TC time a little bit higher for Villese. So maybe just a bit of a misplay by him. But he seems to be in the better position, in my estimation. Getting fletching now, wants to be able to deny a bit more here. As we hear scouts coming in, but not getting any damage. Eco KD in favor of Yo, so we picked up a villager somewhere. Picked off a villager, I should say. But yeah. As we see the immediate light cav upgrade for the Turks. Pole's getting decent archers, but I really don't think we're going to see it today. If Mr. Yo can survive the early, like, massive knight spam from his opponent, then the Poles actually start to feel kind of weak in the end. Just because they don't get Cavalier and they're missing the last armor upgrade. So they're able to spam Cavalier, but they're not the strongest Cavalier in the game. So if you get enough pikes out and all that stuff, or even camels, you can be okay. And Mr. Yo plays with the Poles so much that he probably has a good idea how to counter it. Villese going for the light cav upgrade himself, going for some knights. He needs to drop a castle though. If he wants to get to the knight spam, he needs to drop a castle first. And yeah. Excuse me. Omega zoom. Yo is just going to run around with his light cav and his camel. And yeah, he's into the back of the base now. So this can be annoying for Villese. Everything is exposed here. He will spot it though. You should see this. But let's see if he takes some damage. Mr. Yo not showing him yet. Maybe just wants to get a bit of scouting information. Mr. Yo wants to see how many TCs there are. Wants to see where they're going up. And that will basically inform how he should play the rest of the game. As this knight went down to a Janissary. Okay. So Mr. Yo has got a castle up and he's going to go for Janissaries, which are the very strong, unique unit of the Turks. If you get enough of them, you can start taking out TCs. And yeah, in big enough numbers, they can counter basically everything. As Mr. Yo is now going for siege. So I guess Mr. Yo thinks that, you know, the Poles are so strong that I need to try and kill them early, basically. So he's not making any TCs. He's just going to drop his castle, try and win the game in Castle Age, which I think is the correct play. Poles have their big power spike, late Castle Age, early Imp. So yeah, trying to avoid that. Basically, as we see light cav running around the back, but Mr. Yo chasing with the camel. Mr. Yo doing a good job walling behind here. This gate feels a bit vulnerable, but it's all right. Okay, Knight's gonna jump on the Janissary here. Monk unlucky not to get a conversion. Villese still without a castle, just getting this 30C up. And yeah, Mr. Yo just gonna store up some mangonels inside this siege workshop, and he's gonna drop another castle. So we're just going for the castle creep all along the side here, and yeah, we'll take out the TC eventually with this castle. Also with the mangonel doesn't hurt either. And we talked about that gate being vulnerable. And if the camels go down here, Villese could get a good bit of damage on the gold. Mr. Yo responds in time though, and yeah, the light cav will survive a bit longer under the TC fire because of that extra pierce armor. But they do have to run away in the end. But yeah, Villese not letting Mr. Yo focus the whole game here. He's gonna make Mr. Yo think a bit at the back of his base. And yeah, Villese with a good food eco, so we can think about spamming some knights, maybe some light cav into the back of Mr. Yo's base. Okay, but this TC definitely going down, and the Janissary now moving forward. Yeah, I like the way Mr. Yo is playing this, honestly. It's just a matter of whether Villese can hold it till he gets to his power spike. Running around with his light cav, getting good scouting information. He's going to see that Mr. Yo is just on one TC. Well, I mean, he hasn't scouted out here, but he's probably assuming that Mr. Yo is only going to TC inside here just to keep it kind of safe since he doesn't have map control. And yeah, he might... It's just good information for him. If he knows that Mr. Yo is all in, then he knows he can just like keep his TCs ticking away and just try and hold. And then when all is said and done, he'll have a better eco. So let's see if he can do that. Goes for a nice stone wall here. And we'll clear up some of these Janissaries. So that was very stylish by Villese, splitting up the Janissaries and then getting a few kills. So super nice. More full works coming up here for Villese. So really nice. Gonna have really good food eco here again. Alright, but the push is coming for Mr. Yo. He's already destroyed one TC. Villese finally getting that castle up. I'm not 100% convinced of the position, but it's fine. Should stop any big pushes coming in. Okay, and another TC now from Mr. Yo. So this is just fantastic play by Yo. Just great balance in the game. Like, he knows it's going to be hard to push in anymore. I'm not sure if he's seen the castle, but he might feel like he's done damage. He did see the castle. Okay, so somehow Mr. Yo saw that castle, and he knows, okay, so I've done the damage now. I'm going to boom a little bit behind this. I'm going to go to more stone himself. So yeah, Mr. Yo just playing really, really nicely here. But yeah, Villese now has access to Schlachke privileges from his castle, which is what makes the knights cost less gold, which makes them very, very spammable. So let's see when he decides to go into that. You won't be able to push this with the knight spam, but this side is very soft. And maybe Mr. Yo realizing that, he's going to drop a TC out here. Like, what Mr. Yo really needs is a castle here to protect his eco. But anyway, yeah, as now we see Schlachke, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Schlachke privileges coming in for the polls. So cheaper knights really helps him to spam. And yeah, maybe Villese feels he needs to do this now. Can't wait until Imperial Age for Cavalier. He needs to get that spam going immediately. Yeah, Villese gonna drop a tower on the fish. Will hopefully protect this food eco from the Janissaries. Castle or tower goes up, I should say. Janissary just gonna sit underneath by the looks of things. Yeah, gonna try to take out more vills. Another tower being raced up by Villese. 74 vills for him. Mr. Yo on 66. So yeah, Villese, after getting those TCs up, is now gonna be falling behind in villager count, and it's amazing play by Mr. Yo. Yeah, just a bit of micro here, hitting and running against the tower. Villagers can pop out now and kill the ram. And the tower probably goes down as well. But the Janissary, massive range, are going to do a bit of damage on these villagers. Okie dokie. Over here, Mr. Yo getting that TC up, like we said, and just being annoying with his Janissaries. Not miles and miles ahead, though. He's definitely in a better position, but the game isn't won yet. That's for sure. Okie dokie. So yeah, Mr. Yo just going to sit here with his Janissary and be annoying. Getting wheelbarrow now, so really just focusing on his eco. And yeah, it feels bad for Villese. He's getting that knight spam going, but he needs big numbers to take a fight. And Mr. Yo will probably assume when he sees all these knights that the spam is coming. So let's see how he responds to that. This is the spot where he's really vulnerable. And he has his Janissary just kind of scouting here. Yeah, we said he needed a castle over here, and he's going to be really aggressive. He knows where Villese's army is because he dragged them all over here with his Janissary, and he's going to use that to drop a beautiful castle here. Okay. So, okay, it could get sketchy, but he does have a lot of Janissary. Mr. Yo will spot this. Or sorry, Villese will spot this, excuse me. It's whether he can stop it or not. The knights are going to try and dive. These knights don't even have +2. There's a monk with Janissary. Yeah, he can't stop this. This could be the game, I think. Villese just going to dive for the vills. Monk goes down without a conversion. Janissary felt like they weren't fighting there as Villese just dominates. What the hell? Felt like the Janissary just weren't fighting there for a while. And Mr. Yo, yeah, tried to be really greedy here. Could have dropped the castle back here, but Villese was ready. And yeah, with that, Villese kind of swings back towards him. He's on his way up to Imp now, so after making all those knights, he's still able to click up. It's kind of insane. So great play by him. Mr. Yo will probably be looking at that and say, oh, he's going to start knight spam now, so I can get my castles up forward and get trebs out. But Villese is going to arrive first with a really nice eco, and it's going to be incredibly difficult for Yo to stop this. Getting more stables now is Villese, so the spam is about to arrive as another castle is attempted over here by Yo. So he's really going for a killer blow in Castle Age here, but he hasn't been able to kill Villese. And Villese now getting the last attack upgrade that he has available, at least. But yeah, Mr. Yo splitting up his Janissary, getting some damage, but it means they're going to be super vulnerable to the knights. He's going to try and sit in a little choke point here and might take okay trades here, but yeah. Janissary will just melt. Only one knight is fighting though, as Villese correctly just micros some of these knights away, brings them in as required. But nice trades here by Mr. Yo in the end. The Janissary doing fantastically in a choke point here. There are just 6 of them, now 5, so yeah. Still, great trades. He'd be very happy with that. Okay, so Villese is now in the Imperial Age getting Cavalier. No, not Cavalier yet. The +2 armor now getting Cavalier. So he'll be able to spam this all day. Mysterio getting castles up. Decided not to go for this castle in the end. Yeah, it's going to be about survival for him now. I'm not sure if the Turks are even getting Halberdier. Could be wrong about that. I'll go check. Something I should know, but I don't. So I'm going to check. Don't want to say something wrong. No, they don't even get pikes. So yeah, really terrible trash. They're getting Hussar, but they don't get Elite Skirmisher. They don't get pikes even. They don't get Halberdier. So that option is not open. And maybe Mr. Yo needs to think about making camels, some camels or something, excuse me, to support his Janissary. But it feels tough. It feels really tough for him, as Yo is going to get all the relics as well. Crazy. Okay, I think Mr. Yo will just abandon this castle. But it will buy him some time to try and get up to Imp, because right now he's nowhere near it. Which makes me think that he misread the game slightly, and maybe Villese kind of debated him, right? Mr. Yo saw the big amount of knights, which told him that, okay, my opponent is spending all his food and gold, which means he's probably not clicking up. But then Villese cut production and clicked up, so super nice. Whoa, Mamobo, how's it going? I'm doing well, thank you.
Hi, how is it going? Faccina sorridente.
Faccina sorridente. Mamobo, I'm doing very well. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for the support. Again, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we got raided by Andre earlier on in the day, and we still have a few more spectators than, or a few more viewers than normal, so it's good. In terms of the stream, it's been good, but I played on the ladder and I lost all of my games. I lost 5 games, and it was just brutal and tragic and devastating, and I'm very sad. But we're having some cool games. We're watching some cool games now, so I'm happy. Thanks again, man, for the sub. Very, very much appreciated. Okay. Cavalier being spammed into the Janissaries, and they're just dying very, very quickly, as Mr. Yo pretty much has the res to click up. But it's going to be tough here. Mr. Yo going to try and take a fight here, is he? Let's see. Over here, yeah, it's just a massacre. Oi, oi, oi. It's like a horror movie, this. Oh, God. As the Cavalier take out all those villagers. Gonna dive now for the Janissary. This feels like Valesa's game now. Mr. Yo trying to commit to a last stand. You think they could have just given the Janissaries a helmet or something? Not very safe here. What's underneath those robes? Probably not much. Anyway. Villese going to continue the spam. We said it earlier. This is where he needs to win the game. So he really needs to push. Mr. Yo on the way to Imperial Age, though, with all of these Janissaries. And if Villese continues to just trickle these Cavalier in, his Trebs might be a bit vulnerable. But at the end of the day, though, he can spam these for a long time. So I don't think he cares about missing them. Or, sorry, losing them, I should say. Too much. As the GG's called. Pole's too strong, even for Mr. Yo. Style points go to... I don't know. It was tough. Mr. Yo didn't get enough damage early Castle Age, and Villese held, got to the spam, and in the end made it kind of look easy. But yeah, Mr. Yo, I think, had the worst civ, but made the best of a bad situation.